My YouTube channel, Miss Fisher's channel. Today we're going to be talking about perpendicular, which is the opposite of parallel. Our lines have to make a perfect square. Real quick, remember that we have to flip the fraction and change the sign. So 3 over 4 is positive, so it's going to change to negative. It's going to be negative, and it's actually going to flip. So it's going to be negative 4 over 3. Then for our next one, we have negative 4. That's a negative. And it's going to change to a positive. So it's going to be positive. Whenever it's just a whole number, remember, put 1 underneath, and then you're going to flip it. So that's going to be 1 over 4. Positive 1 over 4. So you have two examples like this. You have to make the perfect square. Flip the slopes. Flip the slopes. And then example 1, let's read through it. What is the equation and slope-intercept form of the line that passes through the point 2, negative 2, and is perpendicular to the line represented by y equals 2 over 5x plus 2? So we see the word perpendicular. We know that means to flip and change sign. So we need to look for our slope. We see 2 over 5x, so our m is 2 over 5. If we change it, it goes from a positive to a negative. It goes from a positive to a negative. So it's negative, and then we flip it. 5 over 2. Negative 5 over 2. So we want negative 5 over 2. So we have 5 over 2. No, that's parallel. We have 5 over 2. No, that's parallel. We have negative 5 over 2. That's a maybe. Then negative 5 over 2, that's a maybe. To choose between C and D, to get our answer from C and D, what we're going to do is we're going to test this point with true, false. Always use true, false. So you have y equals negative 5 over 2 x minus 3. Then you have y equals negative 5 over 2x plus 3. Put your parentheses. Anywhere we see a x, we're going to put a 2. Anywhere we see an x, we're going to put a 2. So you have 2, 2. Then anywhere we see a y, we're going to put a negative 2, a negative 2. Negative 2, negative 2. Now we're going to do true and false. So in your calculator, we're going to type negative 2 equals negative, to get that fraction, control divide, 5 over 2, parentheses 2, minus 3, enter. That gives you false. So C gives us false. So probably not my answer. So let me check D just to make sure. Parentheses negative 2 equals negative, control divide, 5 over 2, parentheses 2, plus 3, enter. That gives me true. So my answer would be D. So now let's try the next example. It says, the graph of the line W is shown below. Which equation describes a line perpendicular to W that contains the point negative 2, negative 2? So, I know I see the word perpendicular, and that means flip and change sign. So, I know that my line is going down. It's going down, so that is a negative slope. If I know I need to change my slope, it goes from a negative to a positive. So let's check out our answers and see which answers are positive, which slopes are positive. So I'm going to eliminate A and D because they are not positive. Now, I'm going to do the best trick we know and do true, false to figure out what answer is my final answer. So I have y equals 1/2 x minus 3. Y equals 1/2 x minus 1. Put our parentheses. And anywhere I see an x, I'm going to put a negative 2. Anywhere I see a y, I'm going to put a negative 2. And then I'm going to go to our calculator and do true or false. Negative 2 equals control divide 1/2 negative 2 minus 3, enter, which it gives us false. So B is false. Now let's try C. -2 equals control divide 1/2 2 minus 1. Enter. That gives you false as well. Oh, I forgot the negative. So go up and just edit it. Negative. There we go. And that gives you true. Ooh, close one. So C would be your answer. So let's go ahead and check out example 3. This one's a little bit different, but let's read it. What is the equation of a line perpendicular to 2x minus 8y equals 3 that contains the point -8, 11? So I see the word perpendicular, which means to flip and change sign, but this one is not in y equals form. So the y has all kinds of other stuff on the same side. So this is actually in ax plus by equals c form. Ax plus by equals c form. And what we want to do is we want to flip-flop the a and the b. So 8 is actually going to go with x, and 2 is actually going to go with y. So they're going to flip-flop. So we have 8 with x, so let's check out our answers. We have 2x, that's not good. -2x, that's not good. 8x, maybe. 8x, maybe. So then let's check out our y. We have 2y, 2y. Very good. So now, to choose between C and D, we're going to do true and false. True and false, like we always do. You can use true and false on so many different questions. True and false. So you have 8x plus 2y equals -42. Then you have 8x plus 2y equals -86. Put your parentheses. Anywhere I see an x, I'm going to put a -8. So anywhere I see an x, I'm going to put a -8. Anywhere I see a y, I'm going to put 11. And then I'll be able to do true and false in our calculator. So we have 8 parentheses -8 plus 2 parentheses 11 equals -42. Enter. That gives you true. True. Then we're going to try D. 8 parentheses -8 plus 2 parentheses 11 equals -86. Enter, which gives you false. So my only answer it can be is C. So that's how you would do this one. On the next one, it's the same kind of concept, just a little bit different. It says, what is the equation of a line perpendicular to 4x minus 6y equals 10 that contains the point 3.4, comma, -1.6? So I have the word perpendicular, which means flip and change sign. So I have ax plus by equals c. Remember, I want to just flip these. So my 6 is going to go with my x, and my 4 is going to go with my y. But if we look at our answer choices and look for 6x, we don't see any 6x. What we do see is 3 and 2. 3 and 2. So I need to think, can I divide these two numbers by something to get similar numbers? And your answer is yes, you're going to divide by 2. 2 is usually the number they choose, but 6 divided by 2 is 3x. 4 divided by 2 is 2y. So I'm going to try this again. 3x, that's good. 2x, that's bad. Eliminate. 3x, that's good. 2x, that's bad. Eliminate. Then let's check the y. 2y, we have 2y and 2y. So we're going to do our handy-dandy true and false method to figure out our final answer. True, false. So I have 3x plus 2y equals 10, and then I have 3x plus 2y equals 7. Put your parentheses around all your letters. Anywhere I see an x, I am going to put a 3.4. 3.4. So you have, oh no, no. You have, erase the x, erase the x. You have 3.4, 3.4, 3.4. Then erase the y, and you're going to put -1.6, -1.6. And then now you're going to do true and false. You have 3, comma, or parentheses 3.4, parentheses plus 2, parentheses negative 1.6 equals 10. That's false. So then let's try C. You have 3 parentheses 3.4, parentheses plus 2, parentheses negative 1.6, parentheses equals 7. Enter, and that gives you true. So your only answer can be C. So thank you. Make sure to like and subscribe on my page. Have a great day. Goodbye.